Hello, friends. It is your girl, Just Lovely, and I am live. I know that this live was actually scheduled for 2:30 p.m., but I was bored and I decided to take it on a little bit earlier. Today we're going to be discussing playground antics and parental rights when it comes to your children and bullying. I saw two videos over on TikTok and I was like, wow. So this school is allowing these people to actually come up to the school and confront these damn children? Well, child, I was like, storm. So what I did yesterday was I created a video and I did it as Scarlet Oh Hell Now. And so basically, what I'll be doing is sharing the video that I did on yesterday. I actually put it on private mode so that it could be privated, and then I could share it within this live. Hopefully, because I'm on my laptop, I get it right today. Okay. Also, I would like to talk about which character do you portray? So there's these TV shows that have girl groups, girlfriend groups. Yeah, I know a lot of people may remember Living Single. Um, One of my favorite shows, guys, was the one with the Sugar Bakers. I don't even know why I can't remember the name of the show. Hey, twin. Dang, what was the name of the show with the Sugar Bakers? But anyways, that is something else that I want to talk about today. Like, which one of those characters do you actually um feel like you embody? Like, do you feel like this particular character is yourself? Like, for instance, you have Living Single, you had Regine, you had good grief, I hate this memory thing. All right, so we just got Twin in the chat today. So basically, I guess I'll go ahead and talk about myself as I research these shows and get the actual characters' names. Um, so I know that a lot of you guys know that I am going to be having surgery soon, and the surgery is actually scheduled for September 6th. Yes, thank you, love. That was one of my favorite shows. And so I have this scheduled for September 6th. Up until September 6th, I think I have maybe like three doctor's appointments. And so because I'm on a restriction for driving, I have to Uber a lot of times. I have to find my way there. So if you would like, you could please go ahead and maybe cash up your girl a few coins so that she can actually get to these damn appointments. Hey, Faith. Hi. Yeah, I got all these damn appointments coming up. And a lot of times I feel like I'm alone. I really do. Hopefully, this surgery will get me back into a situation where I am actually feeling like my old self. I must say, my old self. Because a lot of times I feel like I am so different than who I was. I think it's just me and you, Faith. I could see the number of people in the chat. It just says one. And I'm trying to prolong this because a lot of times when I'm sharing other content, other videos within my lives, I don't want to just share it with the one. Oh, Sean here, she here. But yeah, no, I want to share it with, multiple people so that I don't feel like I need to go back. Now, the name of the video is Playground Antics, right? Let me go and grab this video up. I'm going to share it with the two of you. And this is so weird. I guess because I have it on private. But let me just grab the video. But how you guys doing today? I hope everybody's having a great day. Give me a moment. I'm almost there. I have a lot of people that's been checking on me, and I am grateful to have those people. I really am. Um, I really appreciate everybody who's concerned with, my well-being and my health. I ain't gonna lie, guys. I'm afraid of what's gonna be happening. Okay, good, good, good. I really want to know y'all thoughts on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the video queued up. Parents that is confronting their son's bullies. Let's take a look at the video, okay?
You know this. If you put your hands on my son one more time.
Y'all know something I hate. Okay, it's showing. I thank you, love. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna Hi, friends. This is Scarlett. Oh, hell no. And today I am sitting in for Just Lovely. And I would like to know your thoughts on these two parents that is confronting their son's bullies. Let's take a look at the video, okay?
You know this. If you put your hands on my son one more time, I will be beating you and your mother. Do you understand? I need a yes. Shake head. Okay. Thank you.
Now, video number one. The parent seems to be very confrontational to this child. And I feel like she went a little bit too far. In this situation, why are the teachers allowing this parent to confront this child in this manner? Are you threatening this child? I get it. The child touched your child.
I'm Abraham's mom, and he's been telling me that you've been bullying him. And I'd like to ask you to stop.
Yes, I'm gonna go to the principal right now.
Okay, he told me that you were telling people that he was gay. Do not mess with my son. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not playing. The next time he tells me that you're bullying him, I will go knock at your parents' door.
And I am most definitely sure both bullies are aware of the child that each parent is speaking about. But in video number two, baby, why is you at poor Abraham? He probably like, oh Lord, not my mama. She's up at the school acting a fucking fool. Now all the children gonna think I'm gay. And yes, I agree. You have to confront the parent of the bully. But why are y'all confronting these poor little innocent children? Whatever happened to the thing about what my parent used to tell me? Don't come telling me no fuck shit going on up at that goddamn school. You need to handle that goddamn shit. If you come home crying, I'm gonna beat your ass. That's what my mom used to tell me. It gave me a real strong backbone. It gave me the opportunity to defend myself. In the beginning, when I thought that I may have been bullied, it was all about respecting others and trying to be a good child while at school. But when I was given the permission to really take care of myself outside of my parents, I didn't have these bully issues. Now, when I went in the comments, a lot of people were saying that maybe the mothers should have confronted the parents and not the children. But then there were a lot of parents saying that they have confronted the parents, they have confronted the school, and there was no end to the situation. In a sense, I feel like this is one of those every kid gets a trophy thing. Like I said, my parents didn't allow me to be. And it definitely wasn't because my parents confronted the child that I was being bullied by. Hell, my parents was the worst bullies out there. They made me feel secure in whatever I decided to do to handle these situations on my own. And I feel like when your parent is running up to the school to confront your bully, you're going to always be bullied. Bullying for me started in third grade. Bullying for me ended in third grade. I remember my daddy bought me this real cute little rabbit coat, and I wore that motherfucker to school proud. These little bitches called theyself picking the fur out my motherfucking coat. And I got fed up. I went home and told my parents, and they told me, handle it. The next time they called themselves trying to fuck with me when we got off that goddamn school bus, it was a rainy day, and my umbrella had a very pointy end. One of them called themselves running past me and hit me upside my head, and I ran behind that motherfucker with that goddamn umbrella and poked that bitch in her back. The goddamn umbrella. The umbrella goddamn went in her motherfucking back. The umbrella popped open. That bitch kept fucking running. All I saw was the umbrella open in her motherfucking back. I went home like ain't a goddamn thing happened. The police knocked on the motherfucking door and told me to step out with my parents. And I told them they fuck with me every day. I had to protect myself. I explained to the police every day since I transferred to this school, these little bitches been fucking with me. When I got off the school bus, she ran past me and hit me upside my head. So I ran behind her and I tried my best to catch up to her. I couldn't catch up. So I poked the goddamn umbrella in her back. I didn't know I was gonna goddamn stick, but I ain't had no issues ever since. So, what do you think, guys? Do you think that parents should be okay to confront the children? Should they go to their parents? Or should they just have a conversation with their children, letting them know that we're not going to accept anybody being bullied? We're not going to accept you being a pussy ass bitch at school, and you need to defend yourself. What do you think? And I understand my method is madness. But I was also taught that if you keep your hands to yourself, then you shouldn't have to worry about anybody putting their hands on you. When somebody touch you in a way that you feel is very uncomfortable, then defend yourself. It may not be legal, but at least you stood up for yourself. And I get it. Things has really definitely changed. Today's times may not be the same as it was in the 80s. But at the same time, I don't feel like anybody should be bullied. You have to defend yourself and let people know to back up off you. Thank you guys for coming over and taking a look at this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one. Okay. so I'm back. So basically, what we saw in those two videos were two parents confronting bullies at their children's school. Now, they bully you on these YouTube streets. I know they do. I know. So basically, my question to you is okay, I saw that Sean S said that the second parent, they may have been okay. But you could tell that kid was shaking in their boots, baby. And the little piece on the little tray and the milk carton, they were shaking too, child. And basically, I feel like I don't appreciate them going up to the school and confronting those children. I felt like yes, they should have spoke with the teacher on the situation. I feel like yes, the principal and then the parents. I do like second parent tactics, but first parent, baby, how you gonna be up at the school in my baby face threatening them? Like who the hell you think you is telling my baby next time they put their hands on my child that you gonna beat the hell out of them and mama and the mama? Child, you done lost your regular ass mind. Who the hell you think you are? So my question to you is, like I said, when my parents, they weren't going for that at all. Girl, I done got to fight off the bus at the bus stop before school. I had like I guess you could call my family nomads. Like my mother and my father, they would probably live out a lease and then they would leave and move somewhere else. I don't know what the hell their issue was back then. But I know that I went to 3 elementary schools and 2 high schools. When I transferred to new schools, everybody thought I was a pussy ass bitch. And I just simply wasn't. And in order for me to prove myself, I had to fucking fight. I had to fight. I even went to an alternative school because I went with that fuck shit. It was like, okay, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to act a fool, and then I'm gonna go on and show you what kind of fool I am. You know what? I think that when kids don't defend themselves and they don't protect themselves, I feel like those particular children become um your Ted Bundys. And if you ever go and look at case studies of these type serial killers, the first thing they say is that these children kept to themselves because they were bullied. But when they became adults, they took their childhood trauma out on other people. I guess they got the strength up enough to actually damn want to fight. I did pin the comment for the link. If anybody want to join the panel, you can join the panel and we could discuss this 2-on-2, 1-on-1, or even I think I can get about 6 because I ain't paid StreamYard in a long time. But I feel like basically that's what happened. I'm not saying in all ways. I feel like, either one or two things can happen to a person that's being bullied at school. I feel like in the end, they're going to grow up in a recluse lifestyle and not really deal with people and be labeled as weird because, they took so much shit as children, right? And then the second one, anytime I've looked at case studies on serial killers, 9 times out of 10, they were the bullied child at school. And when they grown, they end up being a serial fucking killer, doing all kind of things to people. I know you at work, boo. Doing all kind of things to people that just wasn't necessary. And in the end, when they go to psychology and stuff like that, we find out that they were actually bullied at school. Now, were my parents right? Nah, they scared the hell out of me, child. They were like, bitch, don't come home with that fuck shit. Talking about what somebody doing to you at school. You better motherfucking protect yourself. And by me being the only girl for a long time, I had boys all around me, and they used to try me all the time. I had to fight them. So if you're gonna fight your cousins, brother, and all of that, you got to fight them children at school too. At first, I thought it was me being a good student, going to school and acting like I had some sense. But then I saw me being like a puss ass little girl, and I couldn't do that. I had to fight back. I had enough practice fucking with my cousins and shit, the way I had to fucking fight back. And now I feel like I'm a well-rounded adult. Did the anger issues get out the way? I think so, but for the most part, I'm not to be fucked with. I could tell you that. Okay, so now on to the next topic. The next topic that I would like to discuss is that I have three people watching. Maybe I'm the third person because I got it open on my damn cell phone. Let me close that out and see what the hell happened. I guess it's three people. So I guess three people now. We're gonna talk about four female groups, right? So on the Living Single, you had Regine, you had Sinclair, you had, why can't I remember? Oh, Maxine. Who was Queen Latifah? She said, when I was 5, my neighbor big cousin tried to get us to fight, and we were friends. She hit me, and I grabbed the board and hit her in the head, and the nail went in her skull. That was my only fight. You had to protect yourself, Sean. Is you my birthday twins. Aries don't fucking play that shit. Fire signs don't play that shit. We're the ones that's gonna try and lead the pack, and we're going to be the ones that's gonna try and protect ourselves by any means necessary. And I've been in those type of situations as well where people, started fights. I remember when I was in high school and I transferred to a new school. My parents had bought a new house. We transferred to a new school, and the people who stayed next door to me, their mother used to work in the evenings. And so it was this one particular girl every fucking day. She would have something to say to me and want to fight or whatever. So we would go to the house next door, and they would push all the furniture back in the house, and we would fight and fight and fight till we were tired. I know that's some fuck shit, and that's what it was. I think that we fought every day almost for 6 months. The very last fight was at our school bus stop. And what ended up happening was that morning, the night before, I had got a phone call. You remember you had your house phone. I had my own line. I had a phone call, and they were like, bitch, in the morning, we're going to see you at the bus stop, and we're going to fuck you up. So when I got to the bus stop, I was ready. I got up to the bus stop, and I'm standing at the bus stop with everybody else, and I'm looking, paying attention, making sure ain't nobody gonna try and sneak attack me. And as soon as the bus pull up, that's when they want to try and swing on me. It was two bitches, and both of them hoes had fucking knives. I ain't even have no weapons. And I beat the hell out both of their ass. The goddamn school bus driver got off the bus. He broke up the fight. He made me sit behind him, and he let them go on to the back. I think that the reason why he had me sit behind him, because I was handling them hoes. I went playing with them bitches. And then they cut everybody but me. They cut the bus driver, they cut each other, and they cut themselves. They cut everybody but me. And when we got to school, they was like, you're going to be suspended for 2 weeks. Then we had to go to a tribunal board where they had actually sent me to alternative school. The girl who I got into the fight with, the main girl who I would fight with almost every day, she ended up being sent to alternative school too. And at alternative school, they give you all your work in the beginning when you first get there. So I went home and did that shit over a weekend. And basically, when I would be at school every day, I would just be there. And she decided that she wanted to make friends with me. And from that point on, we were cool until I was about to beat her ass again. I was about to beat her ass again because then by the last time that we were actually around each other, we were going out to the club together. We were hanging out. We went on trips. We're adults. She got about 6 children, some in high school, some in elementary. And we end up going to the nail shop one day. And when I got back, I couldn't crank up my car because one of her children tried to steal my fucking car. And she didn't want to pay for the locksmith to come and fix it. I ended up having to get my husband to come and fix my motherfucking car. And at that point, I was like, nah, I can't fuck with hoes who don't understand adulthood and who don't understand that you got to be responsible for your children. Good afternoon, Queen B Tut. You have to be responsible for your children. You got to be. And so from that point, yep, that's how it went. And she was like, he can't come over here, bitch. Either you're gonna pay to get my car fixed. We gonna get the motherfucking fighting out here in this goddamn yard, or you gonna goddamn pay to get this shit fixed. My husband gonna have to come and get this shit fixed or something. Finally, she gave in, let my husband come and get it fixed. Then the bitch had the nerve and audacity to ask me if I was going out that next weekend. And I had done started sending her to voicemail because I went with that shit. I went with it. So basically, I stopped even communicating with her, and I haven't seen her anymore. And this was during Facebook days. So during Facebook days, she got blocked, deleted, and I don't want nothing else to do with you. Nothing. But I don't know. So what y'all think? Do y'all think that parents should have a conversation with their children and tell them that they're not going to accept bullying? Or should parents just allow the children to be bullied, confront the children's bullies, go to school every damn day trying to goddamn get the shit rectified? Or should you tell your children to fight back? I feel like it's the latter. I feel like you need to tell your children to fight the fuck back. Because a lot of times when you go up to the school, they ain't going to do shit. They're going to have a conversation with the bully. And that's about it. And the bully never learn they listen till they get their ass beat themselves. So I say tell your children, beat their motherfucking ass. Beat their ass. Don't go for that shit. Don't let nobody goddamn bully you. The hell kind of fuck shit we on? Baby, this water good. All right, so then I said we were gonna talk about TV show profiles. Like, who do you relate to the most? Girlfriends, for instance. Sean, you right. I think that you should go and speak to the school about the situation and let them know what's going on. When you see that there's nothing going that is happening and nobody's going to intervene and make this work out, then you tell your child, look, we don't play putting hands on other people. And that's what they always taught me too. They said, if you put your hands on somebody, then they're going to have the right to put their hands on you. So keep your hands to yourself. But if anybody touch you in a way that you feel is not safe and you don't want to be attacked, then fight back. I said that too, and I think it's because of today's time. I in the video I actually referenced, everybody get a trophy. I don't like everybody get a trophy. I don't feel like everybody should get a trophy. I feel like for the most part, if you come in first, second, or third, all the losers they got to be in the back. They don't get no fucking trophy. So I don't think everybody get a certificate. I'm on the old school. You had to actually compete so that you could win and get through life. And it give you a backbone. It give you stamina to want to do more and do better with your life. It gives you a competitive spirit. In school, I think I did good with my grades because I was competitive. Like I didn't want to be fourth. I wanted to at least be in the top three of my class. So I had a competitive nature about myself. I wanted to make sure that anything that I was involved in, I did my absolute best. And even today in this world that I live in within myself, at my position at work, I was in competition in my head with everybody else. I didn't want nobody in my class at work to be able to actually win or do better than me. I wanted to be the best of the best. I've always been that way. I don't know what that is, but and sometimes I know it's a little nerve wracking. Even with when the only thing I think I'm losing at right now is actually when we go work out on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Today is Tuesday. I'm gonna be getting my ass up in a minute so I can prepare myself to go work out. I got to get my workout clothes together, my weights, my water. I got to get my water fixed up, and I got to be ready, right? But when we get there, child, look, I'm an old bitch and they be doing cardio. And honey, by the time I get tired, my goddamn chest be feeling like my heart about to pump up out my fucking chest. Oh, I got somebody. Hold on. I don't know what I hate this. Queen. Okay, let me
Yes,
get ourselves in order. Hey Queen B, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Can you hear me pretty good?
I can hear you fine. I hope you're having a lovely day.
Child, I was running back to this office if I can get up here and talk about this right here.
So were you
I
here when Scarlett O'Hara now did a video?
No, I had just came in when I typed into the chat. I do have to give these folks some of their work hours. Have to actually work some of the time. But when I came in, you was talking about the bullying thing and what would be how would you handle it? And I don't know if you saw why I put in the chat that I would first tell the school
I
so
did
I have a record.
about a
It's
record.
all about it's all about having a record. And then if something happen in the end, whether it be me or my child mess them up, it's already been documented somewhere.
So we have a small chat. Sean S, do you have a offense of looking at the video that I did again so she could see the video that Scarlett did on my behalf? This sounds so weird. Let me set it up in case she says she don't mind. Hold on.
Well, I can always go back and look at the video another time. We can just carry on from where we was at, cause I
It's
think,
on private. It's on.
but I think you'll
I
send
want
it
to
to me
show you
later on.
these two actual they handled, but
I was just trying not to hold a chat, cause I can go back to.
okay. So basically, you feel like get it worked out with the school. Then you're going to, if that doesn't work, then you're gonna take it in your own hands, right?
Yeah, I'll be free to tell my. Well, I always told my children either way it goes. If they bigger than you or whatever, pick up something and try to knock their head off. For us, I'm concerned. If somebody's messing with you, I would always tell them. I've had to go. I have had with having two daughters. I have had to go up to the school for stuff when it came to bullying and everything else. So you try to handle it one way, but 9 days. Well, not even 9 days, but even back then, 'cause my children grown now. It also depends on the parents of that said child that is doing the bullying, because they might not have that same upbringing and upraising that I don't have, so they might not see nothing wrong with it. But if you get it documented on some paper somewhere,
Mm.
then when the chips fall, they let them fall where they may. I don't been up there. I can tell where I don't been up there. We tried to handle it one way. It wasn't handled that kind of way, and this the end result. So whatever has happened.
You know
And I know
what?
y'all
That
had
makes
moved
sense.
on. Y'all had moved on to the
Well, I
participation
had
trophy. And
moved on to the next.
hey, but I'm ready to go. I'm
Oh
ready to
no,
go to
I
the
was
next one.
just comparing. Like with
Girl,
okay. So what Sean S said was, she say, I won ninth grade beauty, and all those hoes never voted me in. Nothing else, because I came back like a wrecking ball. I stunned on all of them. They thought I didn't know how to dress because I was quiet.
yeah,
So were
those the
you
ones
a
you got to be worried
competitive
about.
child?
Who, me?
The quiet ones.
The
No, I'm
quiet
saying
ones
the
are the
ones
ones
you
you
got to
got to
worry about
worry
are the
about.
quiet ones.
Yeah, the ones you have to worry about are the quiet ones, because them are the ones that will mess around and tear you out the frame, because they just that quiet. You don't know what they're gonna do. As far as being competitive, I wouldn't necessarily say I was competitive, but I had strict parents. We couldn't bring C's in our houses, so we had to make A's and B's. A C was not. It was not coming in my mom and dad's
Acceptable.
house. Not acceptable at all, honey. You C? No. My parents made us.
Mr.
I ain't gonna say
Boy,
competitive.
they
I think
made
we
you strive for
overlapped it.
better.
Yeah, that was just. I'm a child of the '60s, so that's how it was back then. We've always been taught we
Well,
don't have to
I would
be
say have
smarter.
to be smart. You know what? I'm
I
gonna
think
go
I'm.
in here and
I, th-
hook up
I think I
to
might be lagging.
my modem. I don't know what it is about my modem. I don't know what it is about this laptop and Wi-Fi.
Mm. Well, while you doing that, I want to talk about the participation trophy. Ooh, I cannot stand that. Now that I do not like. I do not like that everybody get a trophy.
Me
Okay,
neither.
that's what's wrong now. I mean, I work with a lot of younger folks, and they feel like just because they came to work, they don't do what they supposed to have did. Nope, that ain't how that go. You got to do something while you're here. You just ain't that you don't showed up. You don't made it because I don't showed up. I deal with a lot of younger people when I'm working where I work at night, and try to get so frustrated.
I can see that too. No, I don't appreciate the participation trophy. I really don't. Because I feel like when you work hard and others are slacking behind you, then you doing all the work for everybody else to get something. And I don't think that's fair to the person that's working.
True.
And I think that's where a lot of the mentality goes with today's youth. I think that I think what they call me Generation X. I was born in 74. So basically, I think the generation behind me, oh child, and beyond, I don't get their thought process. I was just looking at I don't know. I was over there listening to the chat rap and rip. I was listening to her, and basically it was somebody on the panel. You could tell that that person was an older person, maybe of my generation, and their whole thought process when it came to dating was that um help, when you say help me out. So a lot of times people say, oh yeah, I'm looking for somebody who can help me out. And so the other lady was like, yeah, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help your ass get away from me. I'm gonna help your motherfucking ass get the fuck out my house. I'm gonna help your ass get the fuck out my face. Oh yes, I'm gonna help you out. And for whatever reason, it just seemed like the me chat rap was not getting what the lady was actually saying. She was like, "Oh, so you gonna help them out with money, or you gonna what? No, I'm gonna help that motherfucking ass out." Hey, Cruiser, Miss Ray Ellen, what's up, guys? Yeah, no, I feel like the participation trophy should be thrown out the window. You need to work hard for what you do. I feel like yeah, I'm gonna help your ass out, all right. Help your ass get
Well,
the
when it
fuck
comes to something like that, I always refer to my generation, they called it maintenance man or whatever. I don't want no maintenance man. I don't need no helper. If anything, I would like to have an enhancer. I don't need nobody to maintain me because I can maintain myself. But if you're
mm-hmm.
gonna be with me, you're gonna have to bring something extra to the table besides just your feet up under the table. You're
Right,
gonna have to
it
make
has
it
to
better. I don't
make
need I don't need no help. I need you to enhance it because I'm doing good by
you
myself.
enhance the situation. I get it. Of course, I get it. Make the situation better than it was before you knocked on the door. And I think that's why it's so hard for me to get with these dating sites and dating apps, because I don't want to pull nobody else down to where I am. But at the same time, I'm not trying to have nobody who I don't want to pay half.
Well, that's everybody's choice. That is truly everybody's choice. But like in my situation, if I was to get involved with somebody right now, I already have a house note. I'm paying that fine by myself. I'm not. You don't have to help me pay my house note because if something happen, I want you to say, "Well, I put this much in on the house." No, sir. No,
Nope.
sir. If it ever got to the point that we actually got together and became a couple as one, I would sell my house and we would buy one together. But just coming in there
Then,
making no payments, and then in the end I got to fight you about what originally was mine. We're not gonna do that. That's not
right.
gonna happen.
So I definitely get that. I do. I mean, like the things that I'm maintaining on my own today. Yes, I like that. Now, would I mind having somebody come along to where I can put my Shein and my Fashion Nova fund off to the side and I maintain my regular bills? I would love that. I would. No, I
Hmm.
don't want 100% of the funding because I have gotten used to actually being able to take care of myself. I have been able to do that. Now, right about now, it's a little shaky, but I've been doing very well now since 2020. I've maintained and I learned to, put aside my Shein and Fashion Nova stuff, but I maintain what's important for me to be able to survive. Yes. Mr. Marcus, I saw you join the chat. I wanted to let you know, hey, how you doing, sir? So what else you got
Hmm.
for me, Miss Lady?
Okay, what else you want to talk about? What else you want to talk about? Cause I got time right now.
Okay.
I got time.
So basically, I did inform my followers that I have the schedule is set. I will be having the surgery on September 6th. And that up until that date, I do have a lot of appointments. If you like to donate to me, to my Uber fund, please do so at $ just lovely 414. Also, I was trying to actually come up with something that I wanted to talk about was, with the TV shows that I used to watch, like the Design Women, Living Single, Girlfriends. Do and within those TV shows, was it anyone that I can actually say that character actually remind myself of me? Now, I can say, for instance, Living Single, Regine kind of reminded me of myself because I could throw on a wig cap and a wig and change my whole look persona at no cost. And Regine just seemed like she was a little snooty. Do you have anything to add on that?
I can't see myself even on. Well, I really didn't watch Girlfriends that much, but even in Living Single, um, I guess I would have to compare. If I was gonna compare myself to anybody, it would be the Queen Latifah character.
And why
Whereas
can't I
it's like
remember the character name?
I can't think of her name either.
I
Now that
remember
you brought it up.
everybody's name but hers. I know that was Regine, Maxine, and Sinclair. Sinclair was a little bit too goofy for me. Um, Child, when she pulled up with that damn troll doll, I was like, "Oh Lord." But Maxine was a little bit, she was a little bit aggressive.
Yeah,
It
and I
don't
see the Queen Latifah character was more of the overall kept everybody together, kept things running. That
run
I'm
it.
like that take. I'm that take charge kind of person.
Khadijah, thank you, girl. Why couldn't I
Khadijah,
remember that?
yeah, Khadijah
She was,
got along with everybody.
yeah,
Even
and she had her own magazine, and she actually was, I feel like she was the more responsible one out of the group. And I could see you with that. I can. Basically,
yeah.
yeah, she was the cousin child. I'm gonna put you on mute. Can you please speak to the chat? I'm gonna let Sophie out before I have to wring her neck. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, let me see who all in the chat. I got to click over. So, hey, this is strange to me. I see we have Mr. Marcus in the chat. We already had Sean S. Miss Only One Drew by Miss Ray Ellen. Hey, Miss Ray Ellen, how you doing? Haven't talked to you in a while. We have Miss Cruiser, but it's just Cruiser now. I'm not sure what level they want me to talk about, but I'll try to keep carrying the show till she get back with Sophie, a little spoiled baby. But yeah, I would say Khadijah would have been the person that I could say was the person I was more like because of the take charge kind of personality. Um, the person that tried to get along with everybody, you know, well, she did because one was her cousin, and Regine was her friend, and Max was her friend, and Max and Regine didn't always get along, but she was like that buffer in between them. I like that she was a hardworking person. She was independent, but also she did take out time to try to find love. Sometimes successful, sometimes not. But for the most part, she also was a good girlfriend to all of them. And then with Kyle and them being
I
the male
agree.
friend counterpart, she had good friendships when it came to male relationships too. So yeah, that would be me.
I agree. And I definitely agree. And I think I gave the other show a few seasons, but one of the shows that I think I watched from finish to end was actually a show a lot of people may not get. I get it because I'm from Atlanta and I saw a lot of landmarks on the show, and that would have been Designing Women and them Sugar Baker Girls. Oh my God, I used to love that show.
Oh
And
yeah.
there again, I guess it would have been Suzanne.
Well then I guess if you gonna be Suzanne, I was gonna be the big sister. What was her name? See, I'm bad with these names, honey. I feel like
I'm
I
bad
did
with
have
them
to.
too. Actually, I couldn't even remember the name of the show. Sean S actually gave me the name of the show, but I know it was Suzanne Sugar Baker and
Let me see, can I find this on this computer, honey?
oh yes, the Golden Girls. Now on the Golden Girls, you had Blanche. I couldn't have been Blanche. Blanche was I felt like Blanche, her character was way too promiscuous. You had Blanche, you had who was B. Arthur's character? Um,
And I just had her in my mind until you said, well, what her
Dorothy,
cat?
Dorothy,
Doc, yeah, Doc.
and then you had the mama, and you had White, the Betty White lady. Betty White,
Okay. Dixon Carter was Julia Sugarbaker.
Julia Sugar Baker, yes.
She was the president of the design firm. Then Delta Burke was Suzanne Sugarbaker. She was the ex beauty queen sister. Annie Potts was Mary Jo. And Jean Smart was Charlene Frazier.
You Dorothy
And
Shawness. Okay, Dorothy.
yeah, I seem like I would have been more of a Dorothy too. Well, let me take that back. I might have been the mama.
Okay, I was gonna say how much of a picture this 1942 back in
Oh yeah,
60.
you will tell a story, honey. You take it way back. Now, so can't just get to the chase. Cut to the chase. Yeah,
Yes,
you are
I
that.
am more of a mama. I'm the mama. I'm the mama. And she was feisty at that. I like that show. And the reason what made me think about those shows was because I noticed that lately I haven't been watching TV at all. I've been, yes, Miss Sophia. I haven't been watching
Sophia.
TV at all, guys. And basically, I've been, waiting around for people to go live on YouTube. And on Sunday, I went and finished up or caught myself up on Just Like That. Just Like That is a spinoff to um Sex in the City.
Yeah.
And honestly, Carrie Bradshaw, Miranda, they don't have my girl on there no more though. But it's changed. So I get it. They're trying to put today's times in. So you got two characters that says that they consider themselves them and they. And that would be the person, oh, Miranda done left her husband and she go with a them day. And the daughter has damn, what was her name? The girl with the dark hair.
Okay, you got me. Time.
Let me look it up. I'm finna look it up. She said you've been watching Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and a lot of other reality shows that you've been missing. And you said, what's the show again? No, the show is a spinoff to Sex in the City, and it's called Just Like That. So basically, Carrie and her friends are back, and they're on season number 2 right now. And honestly, I thought that I wouldn't like it because I didn't finish Sex in the City. But I actually appreciate them going back and trying to, rehash that show. And honestly, I like it. I've been looking at a lot of reviewers. Oh, it's on Max. It's on Max. So it's
You were
on.
talking
You
about
remember Ash?
Charlotte.
Yes, Charlotte. So what was?
Yeah.
So what was the blonde haired girl name? Look at them. Look at
You
this.
had you had Samantha,
Okay,
Sally
so
Jessica. I
Samantha
mean
didn't come
Carrie.
back.
Yeah, they had fallen outs in real
Yeah,
life.
they fell out in real life. So she decided not to come back. And so basically when they first came on and they presented, they had Samantha over in Europe somewhere, and she sent a card to Big's funeral, and basically that's what it was.
So you saying
She
what
sent the
Charlotte daughter is one who's doing the pronoun?
Yes, and you remember they had actually adopted the Chinese baby.
Uh-huh.
She is, their adopted daughter, but she's their daughter nonetheless. And then they had their actual daughter, the daughter that they both created together, and she is they are the them and they.
Oh, okay. So you said Miranda and Steve ain't together no more.
Miranda and Steve, they haven't gotten a divorce, but Miranda fell in love with a them day, and they just broke up from the last episode. They just broke up. She went to Steve and asked Steve, if they can go ahead and get a divorce. And he told her that I'm not getting a divorce. You the one want to do this, so you do it. You go do it. So poor Steve, he was looking so out of sorts. But yeah, she is, girl. She went to this bookstore with her professor because she went back to school. And this lady, she was, one of those people that do the audio books. So she actually read the books, and she has like this very astonishing voice. And she was like, "Oh my God, that was my motivation to actually run." Child, she went up to that lady and approached her, and they had end up making a date. When she got to that lady house, the lady had goddamn cat poop, all kind of stuff going. Yes, Miranda is a lesbian now. She
She
is.
won
And
in real life.
really?
I do believe she's one in real life.
Oh,
Yeah.
I I don't think that Miranda's gonna go back to Steve. And they son, oh child, he is off the chain. Him and his girlfriend, they were doing it all over the house, all in their face, every chance they got.
Mm. But yeah, I would have to check up on that.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good show. I really enjoy it. Okay, so they say she is one in real life. Okay.
Hmm.
But yeah, I really enjoy it. And for me to actually revisit it, and I haven't been watching, oh, she's married to a woman. I haven't been watching any TV. When it comes to those reality TV shows, I still look at content creators that do reviews on the shows. Basically, the way that they talk about the shows, it seems like they've been getting boring.
Well, I'm not watching any reality. I am going back into old stuff. Like right now, I'm watching on Prime, going back and watching Bull. It's funny how I did that because when those shows was I never watched them, but now they're interesting to me. I'm looking into trying to see about the Good Doctor, trying to figure out where that's getting streamed. That I did find out where it's on Hulu. So now I got a decision to make. If I'm gonna get Hulu, I'm gonna get Peacock because I want to see the last season, the ninth season of Suits. Even though Suits is on Prime Video, Prime is just 1 through 8 season. You got to go to Peacock to get the last season of it. So then I was looking at Peacock to see what all shows. If I got that, what would I look at? Since I don't look at a lot of TV and I look at stuff in spurts and spells like you know, really, hey, do I want to spend my money on?
I love some NCIS. So let me ask you this. So did you watch Yellowstone?
Well, no, but I know Yellowstone is on Peacock now, but I don't know if the first couple of seasons, because they was on Paramount at first. But I do think the later seasons, I do know the later seasons are on Peacock now. You know.
Okay,
Nothing,
yeah,
yeah.
because that's what I'm saying. Then you know that this is gonna be this last season of Yellowstone, and then they're supposed to have a spin-off show where Matthew McConaughey is supposed to be the star role on that one, but it's going to be over on Peacock.
I don't know. I mean, some people like Matthew McConaughey. Okay, all well and good, but what they gonna do with Rip? Unless they gonna kill Rip off, I don't see why Rip couldn't have carried the spinoff.
Because Rip said he don't want to do the show no more.
Well, that's what everybody says. So they just need to go back distracted and go back to the drawing board and come up with some myth.
Mm-hmm.
Because at first it was Kevin Costner didn't want to do the show. That's why the show got canceled in the first place.
So with Suits, was that the one with the Kevin Spacey?
No, Suits was the one about the guy who really won the lawyer. And the guy hired him, and he had a photographic memory. That's the one where the queen, the princess, Meghan Markle, she was on the Suits.
Oh, right. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. And I'm a nutball for love.
He getting killed off. And
Who,
you
Rip?
know what? I can relate to what you're saying. Oh, yes, honey. And he messed that show up because that was a really popular show. That was really popular. Kevin Spacey messed that up with his antics. But I can relate to you, Queen, when it comes to going back, because I told you I had went back and even looked at the Heat of the Night.
Oh, girl, I used to love them.
Child, I went back and looked at the Heat of the Night, and you know me, I'm gonna do a deep dive and I'm gonna go and see, because I was trying to always remember why they had changed off Virgil, and the original Virgil was a cross dresser, drug addict. They were saying that he couldn't even come to work and do the show because of his antics.
Yeah, you can tell when his change. You can tell in his face when he really got into them drugs. His eyes popped a little bit more out. He got like he had that processed hair and all that. He changed from when he first got there to when he supposed to have went off to, I guess, New York or whatever, to go back to the city, and then he came back. You know, yeah, Virgil was out there on that dope.
He was on that dope. And the guy who played the son, who played Connor, I can't what his character name, but he played his son. Both of them was out and they were doing everything together. You know, he was gay and he was out there in them streets getting high with Virgil too. Not Bubba. What was the other one name? With
His
the brown
son.
hair. Yeah, I think that he was actually yes, that's the show right there, The Heat of the Night. What was the other police officer? Not the one who act dorky, but he had the brown hair. He died from overdose. He sure did. Both of them did, actually. Yeah, no, not the black cop. I'm talking about the white guy with the brown hair. It was his adopted son in real life. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That was Suits was on Netflix. That's what it is. I don't know. It just popped up on my computer. Now tell me these computers ain't listening to you. Yeah.
They know this
Yeah.
hair, girl.
And it's Netflix. It just got season 1 through 8, and then if you got to go to season 9, you'd have to go to Peacock. But they saying now it's just $5.99 for Peacock.
What was the town, Marcus? Because I knew it was filmed here in Georgia. I thought that it was in Sparta, Georgia, because of the city name on the show. So yeah, I knew it was filmed here. I just didn't know. I know it was supposed to be based out of Lonnie. That's his name. Virgil died from AIDS, and Lonnie died from a drug overdose. Baby, they were getting into it one day. Ooh,
Child, don't
so
start that child stuff. Sound like me, Paulette. Don't sound that old in your life.
she took that shit from me, girl. You know that.
So, no, I don't, because I ain't never heard you say ooh child like that. Not like me, Paulette do it.
I probably was in too deep because I'm getting excited because they know what the hell I'm talking about.
Well, that's good.
Another show that I really liked was it was this show. It used to come on the USA Network, and for whatever reason, back in those days, my TV never left the USA Network. It stayed on USA, and it was I know Billy D. Williams played on there one time, and oh yeah, y'all, Billy D. Williams is actually on Just Like That too. That he's on there too. So Billy D. Williams played on there. Diane Carroll, the guy, oh God, what's the girl? She played on The Witches with the Shannon Doherty. They all had a show together called White Collar. That was the name of the show. And when I tell you, I went back and watched all other White Collar episodes. I was so upset when they ended White Collar. Oh my God. You say you got sick of Alfred Hitchcock and Charlie Change on USA and the damn wrestling. So they don't have their own little TV series anymore. But yeah, I was in back then. And then there was another show called Medium. I went back and watched all those episodes too. Yes,
Yeah.
Cover to Georgia. I love the Medium show. It was just something about that show with the Arquette. Her last name was Arquette. Look at me, I'm doing good, child. But I love that show. So basically, I wanted, sometimes you out and about, you ain't watching the shows really. So now that we have these streaming services and we're able to actually go back in time and look at these TV shows, sometimes it takes me about a couple of weeks to finish it. Yep, that's her name. And I enjoy that. I really do like going back and looking at TV shows that I probably missed the episode here or there. And I like the fact they're in order. I really like that. So
Yeah, and
what
then you
other
got to wait the next week to see. I also looked at the person of interest. Now, I didn't realize this until about last week sometime. That guy who played the guy in the main character in person of interest was also the one who played the in that movie that now you got me doing the you now. Mel, he played the Coming of Christ, that movie. He played in that, but see, right now he's out and he's advertising that new movie he got in about that about the child, the abduction of children. Right long and now, I can't think of that name of that thing. They are really hyping up that movie. He was the lead investigator in that. In that new movie that's out about how this man took his 2 children, a boy and a girl. Somebody had said, well, I think they'd be great as children models. Gave him a card. He took them to the place, but they told the parent, the guy, he couldn't stay, but to come back later on that evening and get the children. And when he got back, the children was gone and they had abducted them. So this guy plays I think it's an FBI agent, and he ends up leaving the force, but he continues and later on goes overseas and finds the children, both the girl and the boy, and
Okay,
end up
so I know
rescuing them.
that. I'm gonna have to go and look at that. So I'm
That now
checking
that
my
now that the person of interest is what's out there. Cause Taraji P Henson was in that too. Taraji P Henson used to be a detective in that.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and watch that. Cause y'all look, I'm gonna tell y'all, I be so freaking bored around here. To the other day, I just went the hell out.
Yeah,
I went
I do
out
that.
on my family, child. They were looking at me like this motherfucker here done went goddamn crazy. But I be home all the time, and that shit be ooh. And if ain't nobody live on YouTube, I be bored. I done cleaned up everything. I'm now I'm bored. Okay,
Yeah.
so person of interest, and
The
then
blacklist, cause it just ended this 10th season. The blacklist is good too with
okay,
Raymond Reddington.
and I wouldn't mind NCSI. I wouldn't mind going back and trying to look at all those. The only thing about NCSI that got me was the fact that they was in so many different cities. I guess you could say it was a like a law and order. I like Special Victims Unit, and then I like the original one. Then they started going into internet crimes, and so
Yeah,
Blacklist. Okay. She said, yes, y'all naming all my shows. Every girl, and look, every last one of them is her favorite.
well,
She
we
said,
got a lot in common.
so she said that the man in the other show that you was talking about, I guess that was Person of Interest. He was the husband of J-Lo in Enough. Okay. So I think I'm on track with that. But she said that was the J-Lo.
I think
Some
we
of her,
both, yeah, when
yeah,
you come to J Lo,
some of her movies, child, I be like, Lord, I guess you can give everybody a damn chance. Hell.
well, you know,
But I heard that was a pretty decent movie. I heard it was good.
to
You
my
know,
enough was a great movie. It was a great one. I can't even deny that. That was a
somebody,
good suspense movie.
oh, listen, guys. So listen. Okay, so basically, y'all know I got my little Amazon Prime, and I be looking at the shows over there on the Amazon. They got this show. I don't know. Did I talk to you about it? It's called Cotton Picking.
And I ain't seen that.
It's an actual documentary. It looks like it may have been filmed back in the 80s, but these people in Mississippi, hey, just Andrea in Detroit, she said it reminded me of Burning Bed with Farrah Fawcett. Baby, that was a hit. You hear me?
Yeah,
But was Cotton Picking was it's a documentary over on Amazon Prime, and basically what it is that these people that stay in Mississippi found out that they was actually free back in 1960s. They found out they've been free, but shit, they didn't know about it. They was talking about how they was out living in the barn, and how basically they scrounging for food, making clothes out of those burlap bags, walking around barefoot. And I'm like, how the hell y'all don't know y'all actually free? But what made me kind of understood where they were coming from, because we have little cities here in Georgia too that are so desolate. Like, they are so small. The cities are so small. And basically, if you don't leave away from those cities, you can't find yourself living in the 1800s with it.
I don't see how that's even possible because somebody gonna come through your town and you
Somebody
gonna
gonna come
recognize.
talk to you, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless you out in the real backwoods somewhere, out in the swamps, and don't come, you have to come to town for what they call them supplies. I don't see how. I don't care how small the city is.
You don't
You don't
know.
see no. Yeah, you don't see a black person driving a car. You ain't what? Somebody don't came through there, got some gas or did something, just rolled through. That kind of remind me of that
Yeah,
movie you told me about before. What that
yeah,
Kiki
what's
Palmer.
her name? Kiki Palmer, behind that movie that tripped me out. But see, they were like that was in 70 something. But when she found out she was free, because she called herself running away from the damn plantation. And when she ran all the way through them damn woods, and she saw that there was a goddamn expressway, concrete, big old tractor truck. But the man had them living on the plantation with horse buggies and carriage.
Oh, let me stop and say, hey, my Detroit, and how you doing now, Jess Andrea, Mrs. B? I didn't speak to y'all earlier. How
Oh,
y'all
that's the
doing
name
today?
of the movie, Alice. I couldn't remember the name of the movie, Miss B, but you're right, that is it. And then I thought that the husband died because they put him in the little sweat box. But the messed up thing about the Alice movie was that there was a little boy, he would always come and stay with them. And girl, they had the damn kerosene lanterns and everything. They just out there living on that damn piece of land like we 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 in the 1800s. And basically the little boy would come, and when he would come, his mother would dress him up like we in the 1800s. But when Alice had made it and ran away and got loose, she saw the little boy mama and the little boy at a diner, honey. He had a whole damn Game Boy. He ain't had no Game Boy, but he was in such a modern state. And what's the guy named the rapper Common? He got her dressed up modern, had her modern. They actually taught her how to read because she read to the master. But when she saw that lady and that little boy in that damn diner driving around on the damn little bug, she was pissed off because she like, why the hell you couldn't tell us we were free, bitch? Child, I said, now this some fuck shit right here. And it's on Amazon. So if y'all ain't never seen that, go to Amazon and look at Alice. It's a little slow, but go look at Alice. Alice will make you, and the other one was cotton picking. But honey, Alice will make you question how the hell people think these days. And I heard that there are other places that they living like this right now to this day. We're in the 2000s. And I've seen where they show people on the internet over in Africa, they think they slaves. I see where they show people in other countries, and these people actually think that they're slaves. That shit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now
that
you got me looking at our USA list of shows they used to have on here.
good ones. They had Burn Notice.
I
Another
never
one that
did like Burn Notice.
Yeah, Burn Notice. I think I had it, had a affinity for like 2 seasons and was like, oh child. But another one that they had was called Sight. Sight was okay, but then it seemed like it became very corny. If you're gonna go back and look at some USA shows, the one that I would recommend highly is
Monk.
Oh yes, girl. I done looked at all of Monk. I love Mr. Monk. Monk. Oh my God. I love Monk. Oh
Mm-hmm.
child, that man, that is a trip. You watch Burn Notice
Mm-hmm.
to the end.
I
I
could
think I
never get
like
into
Burn
it.
because of the atmosphere. Like, it seemed like they was in Miami or tropical. I think that's what that was.
She said she don't like Psych or Monk.
Oh, yes, baby, Monk was the truth. You hear me? He drove
So we
both
got
of them crazy. Sheree had to get the wrong way. Sheree was like, "Come on, bitch, we got to go, honey." Hell no, this
Ooh,
gonna drive us crazy. That's crazy. I remember Shireen and Benji, but I can't tell you what that girl and her daughter now, Natalie. So what her daughter name was? But child,
see you reaching too far back. You want me just
Montreal
extend some
crazy.
brain cells. I just ain't even got to give.
Montreal, them women crazy, baby. I remember on one of the episodes, Monk they found a damn baby and they let Monk keep the baby. Baby, by the time that baby left Monk house, baby, that baby was the cleanest, neat, free. Child, please. He was talking about white. He wasn't white.
I kind of remember that episode right there.
Yes, I like Monk. Now I'm gonna go and check up on some XF shows too, Detroit, because I don't think that, like I said, once I'm on something, I actually stay there, and I know for a
Let's
fact
see.
I had went and watched. USA. My TV never turned unless I was looking at news or something. But here lately, I haven't really cared anything about the actual live TV. Child, I couldn't tell y'all what nobody doing on them, and I think it's got a lot to do with the way that programming has changed up. They took
Well, I
away.
think for FX, the best one right long now that I would go back and look at would be the American Horror Stories. I would
Oh,
go back and watch them.
I'm a sissy when it comes to that because the only one I could watch was Coveted, and all the rest. Oh, I watched the one when they was like at the carnival too, but all the rest of them was just real dark.
Oh yeah, the Sons of Anarchy. I could probably go
I
watch
haven't
that.
even watched those. I never watched either of those. But yes, American Horror Story. I watched. I'm a witchy witch, so I watched the witches, and they came back with another part to that. Oh, what was the other show that he came out with? I tried to watch Snowfall, but I thought that Snowfall actually. I tried to watch that. I say that, and you know something, I could never get into the 50 Cent shows on Stars. I'm waiting on P Valley to come back. I used to love Claus. They took her off Niecy Nash. Um, and I hate that. What made me really stop really wanting to look at TV was like when ABC got rid of the shows, the
Oh wait a minute, you remember Nip Tuck? Nip Tuck,
I
like the
like
cars. Yeah, I used to love Nip Tuck.
I like that. And then have y'all ever watched on HBO, which is now Max, but have y'all ever watched Big Love?
I had.
Big Love is a Mormon family, and child, it's a trip because you got this guy, him and his family, they well off and they got their own little, they stay in a subdivision and they got their own little area. But see, when you go back to where he came from with the Mormons and they all living on the damn living in the little country shit. Yes, true love. I love them. They living in the little country type environment and everybody got on they damn little house on the prairie outfit. Oh, you got to go look at that one, Queen. You got to go look at that one. Yeah, they on the compound. And then the dad had the what's it, that was he? No, the dad actually was over there getting poisoned. The mama was killing the dad and she was poisoning the hell out of him. But the man who had the Hummer, oh yeah. Oh, it's a show called Breaking Armies. Okay, I'm gonna go and look for that one because I like little stuff like that.
Mm-mm.
I hate that they didn't come back with the show with the guy who going through everything today. And he shit, I need my phone so I can look up this stuff. What was it? Country? Love Craft Country? Craft
Oh,
Love
okay.
Country.
I
Hey,
think you said,
Diamond Princess. I like that show. And I hate they didn't come back with that. I hate they didn't come.
"Hey, Diamond Princess."
Yeah, I wish they would have came back with a second part to that one. Actually, the guy died. Omar. Y'all remember Omar from yeah, I remember Omar. Omar died. He overdosed. So I don't know how they would have brought that back. But I liked him too. He was in another series. If I am mistaken, that probably was on XL. It was a series where him and the guy, they were, damn, I hate that. I can't remember the name of the show. And I really want y'all to go back. I'm gonna try and go back and look for it too and rewatch those episodes. And I like the fact that he lived his life out loud, because he in all the TV shows that he ever played in, he either presented himself gay off the rip, or he ended up allowing everybody to know that he was a gay man.
Okay, I'm jumping in right here. Another FX thing was Justified. Justified went off the air, but he coming back this year on. I guess he gonna be Justified too or whatever. But I used to love that man in Justified too.
I gotta see that. I ain't never watched that.
Okay, that go to Shia. I'm on these folk computer going through this stuff.
But while Empire, I never watched that. I never watched that. I told y'all my TV stayed on. Hold on, I'm finna tell y'all the name of that show.
Oh Lord.
What is that damn man name too? I'm finna go and look up Lovecraft Country, and then I can see the characters. His name was Michael Keith, and he played Montrose on Lovecraft Country. But Michael Keith, he played in Michael Williams. That was his name, Michael Keith Williams. Oh, Hart and Leonard. That's really good Leonard. I like that show. It was really good. And he actually died from a drug overdose. Poor thing. But he was a gay actor, and he played his roles as gay men. She said, I recently watched All America. I thought that it was good. What's that about, Miss B? Yes, Michael Williams, season 4. Okay. But I like Happy Leonard. Happy Leonard, it was a little goofy, but I always look forward to it to come back too. I just did. They lived in a small little country town, child. They had what's the little lady name? She a little person.
I don't
You
know
put
what you
on
talking about.
here.
Oh,
Damn, what's her name? She was a little person, the one who used to
I
always
know
be there.
you talking about,
But she played
but
on that too, child. They were like, oh my God, she finna beat somebody's ass.
you know
And
what?
then,
As I'm strolling through, I know something I need to go back and watch. I need to go back and watch The Wire. I had bought that whole set on
yes,
DVDs.
and he was Omar in The Wire, I think.
Uh huh. That
And
would make me think about The Wire.
The Wire, that was our chain. And anytime, like when I hear like the people like Rita and all of them talking about Baltimore. That's the first thing I go to, The Wire. I go straight to The Wire.
Because of the dope, that's why you go straight.
Yeah, that's why. You get it, don't you?
Okay.
Look,
Okay.
I don't know. Did she marry Danny DeVito? I don't think so.
You talking about the other lady?
That ain't the one who I'm talking about. Let me go and see her name. Hold on.
Now the one that married Dan DeVito, she used to be the later on that Cheers. She used to be that bartender waitress later on now. Oh, I forgot about House, Dexter.
Oh yes, I love House.
Don't forget about True Blood. I had that whole set too. I had Dexter and True Blood on DVD. Oh, that'll be a good one. I know my buddy had told me to go back and look at Breaking Bad. I ain't did that one yet. It's a Deadwood House of Cards.
They have 4 episodes. A Vietnam War veteran with a bad temperature and little use for truly feminine wiles. Yep, that was it.
Hmm.
Dang, what was her name? Anyway, that's beside the point.
Oh, and Weeds. Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Yep, Breaking Bad and
Yeah.
Weeds. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, cause
But
these
y'all,
YouTube
I've been
tubes get dry. That's what I be. That's why I don't be on. You don't see me so much no more.
because you be in your shows.
I be in my shows. I be looking at some, and I don't let me start binge watching on a Friday, honey. If I ain't got nothing to do, I sit down weekend.
That's been me. I mean, I got myself into like I said, I got myself into looking at even my old shows like GOT, and I've gone and started looking, and I hate this. You know what made me really start watching TV shows? What made me start watching TV shows is the wait. I cannot stand waiting for the next season. Like right now, I'm sitting here waiting on P Valley. I am. And I know that they end up coming out with House of Dragons. I like it. But when we're gonna come on with the new episode? And then they came out with Lord Lord of
Let me see. Miss B just brought up something about Michael. Um,
Lord of the
B.
Rings. But they have a show over on Amazon too.
Yeah, because they said they did a thing on the wire the other day, and they said that Michael B. Jordan. They showed him as a youngster, and they was talking about everybody who they auditions for different roles, but they didn't get him because he auditioned for the role of I can't see that guy right now. Oh, I can't think of it. I'm trying to find his face. He was one of the other main kind of characters, the light skinned guy. I can't think of his name for nothing, but that's the role that Michael B. Jordan had initially went to read for, but he didn't get that role. He got something else. Is it
I'm just looking at the cast. Hold on.
DJ Williams? I don't know if it was, did DJ Williams get that role?
Wow, I didn't even know Michael B. Jordan played on The Wire.
Yeah, I didn't know it either. I was looking at something that they was talking about the making of The Wire and all these different people that went out and applied for the jobs, but they went and read for one role, but they put them in another role. But you wouldn't think that because it seemed like everybody was in the right role for them. the exact role they need to be in when it came to
Right.
the wire.
Child,
So
look at
who?
my man. Method Man.
He just get better with time. Seems
Ooh,
like kind of him.
child, he aged like fine wine. I was telling somebody that the other day. I was like, you couldn't have told me back in the day that I would have had oh Lord, child. Ooh, Method Man. No, he fine today. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. I
You
would
right?
love
You
to see Idris Elba on something new. I saw him in this movie he played in as a genie, and I guess I don't know, child. Mac Wild, so that's who he ran. That's who he went to read for. He went to go read for Mac Wiles. And so, Miss B, I thank you so much for reminding me too of this strike. And this is what's causing TV or shows to actually, lose my attention because I feel like with streaming services, it's good in a sense you have no commercials, and I'm so spoiled with that. But at the same time, they are causing these writers. They're showing me like how much money that Netflix actually was paying these writers, and they're not getting paid for like the streaming. It's not, and I think that's the same thing when it comes to records and albums. Music today. Back in the day, you get a gold album because you had all these people going in peppermint music and purchasing an album. And right now today everybody is streaming, so you don't have a way of actually being able to keep up with the amount of spins or whatever that your record or your TV show is getting. So basically you can tell these people that, oh nah, y'all didn't really do it, knowing they did good, but they don't make the money that they used to based on those spins and those streaming apps and stuff. And everything is so paid for. Like,
I
I
said,
know
did you watch Beast? I ain't heard of Beast.
I heard of
Oh,
Beast.
damn, bro.
I have to write that one
Where's
down.
that Beast?
I'm gonna have to write that one down. They
Oh,
don't
that's
have
him.
they don't
That's your
have
boy right there.
who is it? Let me go and see. Beast.
Israel. Who you got the
Oh
damn talking about? I can't even say his name right now. Okay.
okay.
Well,
I
Israel.
know I used to be like, that's a fine ass man right there. Good Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So did you all see like, okay, so everybody say that Jamie Foxx has been cloned, right? So then they
Okay.
came out with the Tyrone thing. Have y'all saw Tyrone was cloned?
I have not seen it. I was over to my daughter's house and they was looking at it, and I saw maybe 15 minutes of it. It's just something that I just ain't got back right to it. Now Jamie Foxx was funny in there as a pimp. He was funny in that movie, but I didn't have time to sit there and get into it, and my mind just ain't took me back to even want to go see it. Since that was Saturday when I first saw it, and I just ain't clicked back on it. I don't know because that when they talking about Jamie Foxx's clone, everybody can believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
But me personally, I don't believe they will spend the money. Cloning is very expensive. If you was gonna clone somebody, why would you clone? First of all, a black man. They don't value us no way. So you think they're gonna spend that much money to clone Jamie Foxx, a comedian? You know, I mean, that's just my take on it. No, he a good comedian and everything. Yeah, but I mean, he ain't no world leader or something. He ain't no Renaissance man. He ain't no deep thinker. If you was gonna clone somebody, when you want to do somebody that was intellectual, that somebody that's um got theories in their minds, life-saving inventions or some stuff like that. Other than a comedian.
And that's what I said when they said about Gucci Mane. I was like, what the hell they gonna get out of cloning Gucci Mane? Like, oh my God, come on.
Well, I guess that's why they came with what they cloned Tyrone, honey. Cause look at Tyrone was a street thug. They cloned him. I'm like, okay, now somebody gonna spend that kind of money. But to each his own. Some people said he a clone because he lighter. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I just don't see it.
Hold on, let me look. She said, I don't believe in anything somebody put on the internet. I never believed that. When Pizarro bring it up, I changed the channel. I'm gonna tell you, when Pizarro is talking about y'all gonna think I'm crazy. But when Pizarro is talking about the Book of Enoch and the Nephilims, and I be real entertained. First of all, Pizarro isn't talking about these things. She's actually going and showing these videos. And like you said, you can't believe everything you see on the internet. But things like that, I'm interested in stuff like that. I'm interested in the ice wall over at Antarctica. Stuff like that, baby. I could spend hours and hours and hours on that.
But have you noticed that it's these younger people that, we've always had conspiracy theories, but it's more and more younger people is everything is a conspiracy and everything else. And I mean, and maybe I was naive, but I enjoyed not looking into stuff that deep. I mean, I enjoyed just living my life. If I'm part of the matrix, I might be.
So listen, Queen, let me tell you something. Back in the 90s, I think we were getting to like 1997. My cousin, her Rastafarian boyfriend, I would go over and visit with them. And when I get over there, they smoking weed and they talking about all the shit that's gonna happen to us when we got to 2000. And I was like, man, y'all high as fuck. Like, and my whole thing with conspiracy theories are like, why do you rack your mind with those type of thoughts? Because it seems to me the way that you're describing these situations and what's going to happen, we don't have any control over it. So why in the hell are you sitting here talking about this bullshit? But I think that the whole thing about the flat earth theory, I'm interested in it. Do I believe it? It could be, but I'm interested in it. I love doing the research. I'm a researcher. I like doing stuff like that. And basically, I find interest in it. I think that shit. What can we say? But what be tripping me out, because they say beyond that, the ice wall, they say it's about 13 more continents on the other side. And I be like, what? And the government is hiding all this from us, and we can't get to it because of the military. Another thing that interests me a whole lot is
well, can I say this for you? Let me say this before we move on.
Go ahead.
Okay, because first of all, you ain't got to hide a whole lot from me, because I ain't trying to be all overseas. I ain't trying to be over there with nobody to kidnap me. I don't want to be over there. I don't want to do all that. I mean, there's some people that might want to do that, and I ain't knocking them. But for me, if I ain't going nowhere where I can shop and floss and do it, I'm not trying to go no war-torn countries. And if you don't want me there, guess what? I don't want to be there.
You know what, Queen? And that's what I used to try to explain to my cousin. Like, yeah, I see the Congress been talking about the UFO and all that. But that's what I've been trying to explain to my cousin. Like, girl, like, why is you sitting here listening to this goddamn high-ass man? He on all this fucking weed. Y'all probably over here doing bumps and shit too. But why is you sitting here listening to this damn man? And he talking to you about things that it seems that we don't have any control over. So what we gonna do when the world end at 1999? And look where we are today. We're at 2023. I need to call her and ask her how I feel to be at 2023. Hey, Steph. Yeah,
Yeah, so like even with the UFOs. Hey,
I
Step
can hear
Reed.
you playing. Wait a minute. I can hear you. I'm putting you on mute. I'm finna get this brat a treat and I'll be right back. But I can hear you.
You put both of us on mute. I don't ever understand
No,
what she's saying. She
everybody can hear you. They can't hear me. I'm
You
talking.
just putting yourself on mute. That's what I thought. I thought that's what you meant, but you said I'm gonna put you on mute. But anyway, go ahead.
No,
I got it. I got it. It's all good. Now UFOs. Let me see. My opinion, just my opinion. Ain't based on no fact. I ain't did no kind of research, but I've always felt like we were not alone. You know, for the universe to be as big as it is, and only thing that exists on out in this whole universe is a human being. Never believed that. So I believe UFOs are possible. Okay, got that. Whether or not they didn't want us to find out about it, okay. Well, they've been talking about Area 51 since I was a child. I was born in 6400, so none of that ain't new to me. We've heard about all that all this time. Um, but like certain things, and maybe I'm just too old to be thinking about all this stuff. I don't want to think that deep. Excuse me if I just don't want to think that deep. Mm-mm. I'm worrying about how I'm gonna pay this light bill, how I'm pay this water bill, not cussing these folks out on this job. So I have a job. I got other concerns. I mean, don't raise children being as a single parent. Um, don't got them up and successful as far as they gonna go. Now I'm dealing with grandchildren and whatnot. I ain't really had time to sit down and think about no conspiracy. I already knew it was conspiracy. It's always been a conspiracy for white people to black people. So okay, that's the main one I was worried about.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, I,
Movie
I
star.
ain't had time to dig into nothing else, huh? Dig into these white folk work. That's what I be digging into.
That's what and I can't lie. If it ain't attacking me, I'm not one of them people that's gonna go and build a bunker and if it happens, it happens. What happens when you dig yourself up out the bunker? You know, so and I'm telling you over on TikTok, that's all they be. I be like, oh Lord, here we go. And I know it has a lot to do with algorithm because if you look at one, you stay on the video too long, you're gonna probably see that same person while you on TikTok about 2 or 3 more times. So I put myself in these predicaments. I do. I really do. But I guess it's all in entertainment. But it's what the fear that I have is you have people that actually sit here, over concentrate on certain things, and then they be like them little bullet children and go out here and try down kill everything. Mm-mm. No.
I just pray for them. I pray for sanity for a lot of people who are on the verge of being insane.
Yes. I bow my head and I pray right alongside you, sure. Cause honey, some of these people did. And when it comes to Pizarro, I think that she believe it, but I think that Pizarro is one of them people that's like, oh well, if it happened, it happened. But you got some of these conspiracy theorists that they really be into it. They do.
Yeah. But like I said, I believe that's got a lot to do with the younger generation. Cause the same thing like when what that is, daughter here, she do a lot of the conspiracies, and sometimes I just don't want to hear all that. I just don't want to hear it. I mean,
I lose interest.
I ain't knocking what you believe and everything, yeah. But I don't be want to hear all that. That's just me.
Yeah, I lose
That's
interest. I find myself back in the beach looking at holes all fussing too.
yeah. I mean,
I
well,
try.
what I find is I don't. A lot of times they looking at stuff like that's conspiracy, but I also realize a lot of younger black people do not understand the struggles that was going on in the 50s and the 60s too, because
Right.
they have seen it as a melting pot. We got issues, but we still got those racist issues that even a lot of black people, now Pizarro, she's very, we know she's very pro black. So sometimes too pro black, but
Oh,
she pro black. But I mean, like sometimes spend a little bit more time on doing that and worry about if you part of the matrix, honey. Because in the end, we all part of some. It just depending on what you call it.
right. And I swear that damn colors conversation it get on my fucking nerve. But we gonna leave that over there.
I'm so glad because I don't want to hear nothing about that no more. I'm so sick of that. I mean, okay.
Speaking of race, y'all need to watch the movie 88. It's deep. Okay, let me put that on my list. I meant to grab
See
my
what
cell phone too, so I can tell y'all because somebody texted me something. They said it was on Peacock, and they were telling me to go and watch this show that's over there too. Um, I think Peacock have some great. They have some great shows, and even if it's just for one season, they put their work in shows. Okay, she back, y'all. Yeah, they put their work in these shows. I don't know if I told y'all about it, but it was this show about what we talk about every day, the algorithm, and it was a Siri like app, and everybody was tuned into it, honey. Oh, child, that show that was something else. And the lady just knew she was married to Jesus Christ Himself. I was like, child, what the hell am I looking at? But the more and more I looked at it, the more and more entertaining it became to me. So I stuck with it. And then there was the girl, what's the girl, the one she played with Taraji them with the women at the space at NASA.
Oh,
She's
Hidden Figures.
hmm?
Talking about
Yes,
the movie Hidden
that's
Figures.
the movie. But what was the singer name?
Oh, but Joe Nay. What is that name? That
On
lady
that.
name?
Oh God, I'm trying to think of. Okay, let me go. I'm gonna go to Peacock, y'all. Hold up, cause this
Yeah,
a
like
show.
88 minutes will be a good movie. I'm looking at the reviews on it. 88.
I'm gonna go and look at it. See, y'all giving me things that I can actually
Let
look
me
at
see what.
today. Okay, so on Peacock, they had this show called Poker Face. Every episode, this lady would find herself in these situations. I like Poker Face so much to where I went and looked at other actual shows that the person who created the show. I went and
Mm,
looked at that, and they had the other movie that he did. I actually paid to look at it on YouTube. Hold on.
they said 88 is on Freevee. If you got Roku TV, Tebow, Redbox, it said Freevee with ads.
I
Well,
think I can pull it up on the
they got
Xfinity.
Apple. They got Stars, Apple, Stars, Roku, Premium Channel, Stars, Direct TV, and Stars, Amazon Channel. You can find it there too. If you're looking to watch 88, find out what your screen is. Okay, I'm gonna find what I got. See, can I find it? See, showing this on stars.
Knives Out. Knives Out is the other one, and it was pretty good too. So you got Poker Face and Knives Out. If you could look at those, they're good. Knives
You
Out.
forgot the singer name.
Oh, the girl who played in Knives Out, her name was was it Knives Out?
I know she was in that Onion movie.
That's the one. That's the movie I'm thinking about. Onion. Hold on. But Knives Out was a really good movie too.
Oh yeah, I did watch that. What was that other one? The Onion.
Yeah, that's the one when they had went to that little island and her damn Monet.
Yeah,
Let me go and look at it.
Glass. It's Glass Onion.
Glass
That's the name.
Onion. That's the name of it. That was really good. And
Jonay,
honey,
Janelle Monet.
Janelle Monet. And honey, the twist in this goddamn movie. Oh, that was a real plot twist. I really love that one. You keep skipping it? Oh no, Miss B, you got to go watch The Glass Onion, honey. The Glass Onion was, I'm gonna tell y'all what that kind of remind me of. It kind of remind me of like the train, the murderous or like Clue, something like that. It kind of remind me of that. But yeah, it's really good. I like that. And Janelle Monet, she did an excellent job in that movie. And the guy who wrote those movies, he wrote Knives Out and he wrote Poker Face. Poker Face is decent. I like it, but it's on Peacock. I probably go watch that again this weekend. You know, when you look at movies and you look at it that first time, you go back and you look at it again, you be finding so many things that you missed in the first go round. It's based on Maggie and Neil. Okay, so you wait. They in the chat having a conversation.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. So listen, guys, I've been on here for now 4 hours.
You ain't
uh,
gonna have no 4 hours.
I haven't. Why I say live 3.54?
I know you ain't gonna have no 4 hours. You must came on radio. I saw you there.
Yeah, I had been on probably like an hour or two. Like an hour. I said about an hour. I know. Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me see. So I
Don't
know
listen to me, honey. You know what's on your count. Don't pay me no attention, honey. You ain't
I've
figure
been
that out.
live since 12:45. So I don't know. The time. I guess yeah. I've been live since 12:45. I actually had this live schedule for 2:30. And basically, I decided I was bored. I wanted to go ahead and get the live going because I wanted to talk about these damn parents going up to the school confronting their bullies, their children bullies. And y'all know I don't stay on topic that long. I don't. She said, let me go find Fino when I get home. Okay. So basically a lot of them shows. So I guess when I go back into my room, I'm gonna because I think on my Xfinity, I can go and look at actual apps and download them to my Xfinity. And I can look at it's like you go into another dimension, child.
Oh Lord. Well, all right, then I'm finna drop on down. I got a few more minutes before I get off work.
Well, I
I need to go.
held you down. I held you down while you did your last little bit. And I'm about to go and get me some lunch because I'm
Child,
starving now.
Okay, like I said, I'm finna go. Nice seeing y'all. Nice spending time with y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next go round. Bye.
And thank you for joining me, Queen V Tut. I really appreciate you coming through and joining me. Y'all, I thank y'all so much for joining me too. If you want to donate to the Uber fund, cause child, they got them doctor's appointments. I can't even drive, but I got a million doctor's appointments, and I hate trying to depend on people to take me. So I much rather do an Uber. If you want to do the Uber fund, you can cash out me at Just Lovely 414. I did advise everybody that I was having my surgery on the 6th to prepare to repair my little brain leak that I have. And y'all keep me in y'all prayers. I have overcome the fear of it. I'm just so anxious to go ahead and get this all finished and done and heal from this surgery to prepare this to I don't know why I keep saying prepare it, but to repair my brain leak. I want to get that done. Hopefully I'll be at a situation where I actually have good cognizant memory and I can get back to the old me. I sometimes feel so out of place, but I want to get back to the old me. Hopefully, it don't leave me in a Shireen state with my messy ass. But yeah, I want to get back to me. So I do thank you guys for coming over there and joining me. I said that I was going to be more consistent with my live streams and uploads. I'm going to go ahead and unprivate the video so y'all can get it from Scarlett because Scarlett was the participant in that one. And y'all can comment down below up under that video and let me know your thoughts and feelings. Don't pay Scarlett no attention because Scarlett, she said she gonna go for danger. She her method is madness. Is not no madness to her method. So her method is madness. And I'm just gonna go ahead and release the video. I want y'all to have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you again for joining. Bye.